And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Guys, an emergency live stream as Rangers have agreed the third signing of the transfer window. It is a left back. Left back has been a position really that has been well documented throughout the January transfer window that the club were going to sign. And there has been a fair few names come up over the January transfer window. Josh Doig was a story everyone was following closely for much of the transfer window. Then of course there was the Small from 20. Then there was the boy from the Ajax Academy as well, and now it does look as though Rangers have made the acquisition and are going to be signing Jefte from Fluminense as the third signing of the transfer window. Guys, this one is pretty much done. It comes from good sources. All of you that don't really know too much about football sources and the information and who to trust, Fabrizio Romano is a unanimous one that you can get behind and agree, and literally moments ago did confirm that Rangers have agreed a deal to land the player. As I said earlier on today, Mohamed Diamandi was the second signing that came through the door. We did report to you around 4 or 5 days ago that transfer was imminent and that was going to be done. It was a done deal, and that we were just waiting on the scarf being raised above the head and the pictures taken, the official announcement. That was obviously official today. In today's earlier video, I did state that Rangers would be making a few more signings. A left back was a priority, despite Ridvan Yilmaz still playing very, very well, but they're still up in the air with regards to Borna Barisic, if he's going to be leaving at the end of his contract. So a left back, regardless of what happens with Ridvan Yilmaz, was still something that Philippe Clement wanted to strengthen, and it looks like he has got his man. We're going to dive into Jefte, if I've got his pronunciation right. To be perfectly honest with you, I've never ever heard of this player in my life, and literally the first time I've actually read his name was today when I seen Fabrizio Romano talk about him earlier on. I've done a little bit of research with regards to him. Currently out on loan, does play for Fluminense in Brazil. He is 20 years old, 23, born in 2003, so 20 years old, and as I said, currently out on loan Apoel in Cyprus in the Cypriot First Division, and as I said, this is an exclusive from Fabrizio Romano, well-trusted source, and he basically tweeted out saying Rangers have reached an agreement with Fluminense to sign 2003-born Brazilian left-back Jefte. Deal in place, waiting for Apoel to give the green light as he's on loan in Cyprus. Jefte also agreed terms with Rangers, contract valid until June 2027. So as I stated, ladies and gentlemen, 20 years old. An interesting signing at it, and as I said, again, going through his profile, there's not a lot of stuff out there. To try and find the image for the thumbnail, to be perfectly honest, there wasn't much out there for him. As I stated, currently playing his trade out in Cyprus, out on loan from the Brazilian champions. Played no appearances for Fluminense, 18 appearances so far this season for the Cypriot side, 3 goals, as I said, 6 foot, 20 years old, and plays at left back. And to be honest with you guys, I don't like coming onto this live stream and giving absolute nonsense, but it's such breaking news. I've never really heard of this player before in my life, but as I stated, with our new sort of scouting system, with new Niels Koopman at the helm, this is the signings that we want. Look at the age bracket, 20 years old, comes from a decent pedigree. You know, Fluminense have a good history in producing decent talents and bringing them out to the world. You only have to look back as far as Marcelo being one. Of course, just so many. Andres, a player out there at this moment in time who playing for Fluminense. There's so many players that do come from that Brazilian league, and we've also always talked about as a fan base, as a support, how can Rangers get to the source? How can they be ahead of the curve in trying to recruit? And as I said again, this looks like a Niels Koopman signing. It has it all over it. You know, with regards to firstly, the age, where the location is coming from, the profile of the player. And as the day goes on, as the sort of, as the days go on, and I'll do more in-depth research with regards to the player and give you more of a deep dive on what he can bring to Rangers itself. But I just felt it was really important to break the news for you guys and get it out there and speak to you and say that Rangers have agreed signing number 3, and it is a left back, and he is going to be coming to the football club imminently. Just waiting on a green light. Not a done deal yet. No, we can't rubber stamp it and say it's done. There's still a few more little hurdles to go over, but as I said, we have got the main source of information, and that Rangers have agreed firstly a fee with Fluminense, secondly agreed a deal with the player, and now all that needs to be done is the green light from Applewell, and then of course a medical, and then of course he can be unveiled as Rangers signing number 3 of the transfer window. So yeah, this one's come out of nowhere. I like it. I like the sound of it. Again, I'm not going to sit here and blag you and say I've known about this player for years. I've not. I don't. But I'm glad that it's not going to be coming from the sort of championship players, that journeyman that we've had over the last few years, players that look like they're fixer-uppers. Are liking the age brackets of the 2 signings that we brought in through the door. You know, Diamande, 22, and now this boy, age of 20. This is the area that we've been crying out for a long period of time. This is where we wanted our recruitment to go. If you look at the clubs that are wheeling and dealing, the clubs that do turnovers, produce gems, have success, flip them on, Benfica's, Ajax Amsterdam, PSV as of late, Brighton looking like that. That's just what they do. They go to the source, they pick up gems, they scout well, and then they bring them in on a cheap deal. They stay for a couple of years, they develop, they have a great platform at Rangers. You do well at Rangers, you win trophies, you perform, you go on to the Premier League. Look, this will probably be a stepping stone for the boy, and as I said, for Diamande as well. I don't mind that. As long as they're successful with the football club, that's all that matters. And then Rangers, of course, can turn a profit, and that's the system we've been missing out. Our recruitment has been crap over the last few years, and I can't judge this signing just now. I can't. I know nothing about him. But what I can say to you is, it looks like we're going in the right direction. It has a Niels Koopman, again, stamp written all over in regards to the transfer strategy. Very much feels like something that he would have made at PSV Eindhoven, that their sort of transfer strategy has been going down. And yeah, certainly one that we can all get fairly excited about. But yeah, Rangers, guys, if you are just tuning in, Rangers have agreed signing number 3, and that is for Jefte. I'm sure I'm going to get butchered for the pronunciation of the name later on, but honestly, there was no pronunciation out on Google. Couldn't find it. There's not much about the player, and in fact, if I went to Jefte and news, there's absolutely hee-haw at this moment in time. This is a serious exclusive from Fabrizio Romano that's came out of nowhere. So yeah, just bringing it to the Rangers audience. I don't take any credit for finding this information. Of course, this is from Fabrizio Romano. It's an exclusive from Fabrizio Romano, but I just felt I needed to share it to the wider Rangers fan base. Their signing number 3 is on their way and is in form of a left back, Fluminense Jefte, currently on loan at Applewell. But let's just get a few thoughts from some of you guys. A lot of you tuning in. Thank you. I know it's the middle of the day at the moment on a Friday, so I really do appreciate the support coming onto the channel. That's amazing to see. But let's have a little look here. Let's see what people are saying. What's his age? Market values, 20 years old. There's nothing in terms of what the breakdown of the deal that will come out in due course. At this moment in time, all that's been said is he's currently out on loan at Applewell from Fluminense. The deal has been agreed between the 2 clubs, and the contract has been signed by the player as well. What's the crack? It's Jefte from Fluminense. Sorry, guys. It sounds like a wind-up, but it's not, I promise you. He looks like the business. Just watch his highlights of Seafood and Eat. I'm going to watch them in a minute. Let's have a little look here as well. They still do. Good window when he's in, exactly what we need. Young, hungry players to sell on. You have it spot on. Good to see. Watched on YouTube, wasn't even in a stadium. Had he started for Nicosia. J is pronounced as hey. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Hefty. There we go. Not Jefte. Hefty. There we go. I mean, I'm not the most Brazilian or Portuguese, should I be saying, actually. But I think everyone's going to be jumping on that till we find out his name. Sorry, I have no research. It's simply breaking news. I'm going to be honest, I hold my hands up to you every single time. This isn't an exclusive from me or from any of the sources that I listen to usually. It's just Fabrizio Romano coming out with this one. And as I said, he's probably the most trusted journalist in the whole of the football transfer space. And as I said, no research from my end whatsoever, but I trust that man with my life. And yeah, I'm going with this one. And as I said, more will come out in due course, and we'll speak about it. But signing number 3 is on its way. But guys, that's enough for now at the moment. It's nearly midnight where I am at this moment in time. And it's been a very, very, very busy day. A lot of things emerging. And as I said, I'm just going to just chill, guys. If you can, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And after this one, I know he's only just been broken, but how many more signings do you reckon we need through the door after Jefte comes through in the next couple of days. Let me know down there in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you guys. Take care.